Okay, original Ophiuchus, produced in Gematrias number 3, November 30th to December 17th. Blue topaz, snake charmer, or mixed sun, earth, verdigris, azurite. Okay, where are we gonna start off with that? We'll go with, oh, I got a new book. Because I got my tiny little one here. I got the new one. It's called Reverse Dictionary. And then the words that are on the tip of your tongue. Find the words that are on the tip of your tongue. Khedive. Khedive. Viceroy in Egypt during the period of Ottoman control. Huh. Sweet. William. Rear. End of a horse or other domestic animals, group, or an ass. Group, haunches, rump, crupper, referring to the rear or tail end of the body of an animal. Posterior, caudal, the rear of a ship. A stern. Stern. Stern was the back of a ship, is it? Okay. And the bow is the front? Let's go with, I'm drawn to go with the past life. Past life cards for Ophiuchus. Based on abstract, transcendent, reasoning, metaphysical. Ophiuchus. Okay. We've got, pardon me, love life and mother. Okay. Now these two could coincide. Maybe there was an issue of one intervening with the other, or maybe this had to do with you witnessing certain things to do with your mother. This could be a reoccurring cycle of your own family or some things that have been going on, and now you don't want to recreate that with your own life. Very quite possible. What else have we got here? Lay. To place in, laying position, to set or place in general, to impose, to bring into a certain state, to settle. Maybe you've seen your own mom or father. It could be father, but it says mother here. I'm going to go with feminine energies. They could have settled. To ally, to place, hazard, to wager, which is a bet. To contrive, to bring forth eggs, which is interesting. Carrying of eggs. Maybe yourself are doing the in vitro. Maybe you're having issues there. Stratum. A layer. One rank in a series reckoned upward. A song, a narrative, a poem. Not a clerical, not a professional per se. So a lay. That's L-A-Y. Misfortune, ill fortune, calamity, or mishap, misgiving. There could have been something that either in your past, your ancestral past, that transpired to do with mother and daughter, or mother and son. So whatever misfortune happened there could be being passed down. Now you're in the hot seat. Relating to reasoning from particular to the general, from facts or effects to principle and causes. Empirical, inductive, reasoning. Okay, so maybe there's a situation where you're dealing with other people or a specific person, or maybe even just a mother, where it comes down to reasoning and either the other person's not being receptive, or you two are both coming to some sort of reasoning and resolution. Excuse me. Choking up my throat. What kind of clarity cards could we possibly get for this? Please and thank you. Oh, that's quite a bit. Okay, we've got the Page of Swords in reverse. And we've got the High Priestess in reverse. Now, whether this be you or a motherly figure, somebody that's in the reverse as a High Priestess, meaning they went through hell and high water, they went through everything, made it out on the other side, got the title of High Priestess, and then chose to use their gifts for bad. And then this looks here like the son's following suit, which is unfortunate. Son or daughter. And that's not a good thing at all. Because the son might fall. Take heed, that warning. And maybe even a love life or something like that. That's unfortunate. Can you imagine any of the things that your mom might be doing to have an effect on your love life? Not theirs, yours. That's a little strange, but double dealings. I got that. Page of Swords in reverse. Can't imagine that's good. No. An imposter revealed. Illness is possible. Now, a lot of times when other people do certain spell work or castings, or they play around with shit and energies they shouldn't be doing, if they themselves have protected themselves, but they haven't protected the people around them, then the ones around them are going to be hit, so to speak. And that can come in the form of illness. Powerlessness in the face of stronger forces. Lack of preparation. Page of Swords in reverse. So maybe you yourself are experiencing this, or somebody you know is. But if it's lack of preparation, that means that the study wasn't done. That means that the ability to tap into intuition wasn't taken into consideration. That means that all the information provided or given was not taken into account. And this is directly under the love life. This could be a reoccurring cycle, which means the lesson has not been learned. This could be something that was passed down, or currently your experience going through yourself as a mother as well. Do not turn to harming other people or doing anything ill-mannered, because that just is going to... that's just going to cause more harm than anything else, clearly. That's like facilitation, inaction, lack of interest. So even inaction, let's say you yourself as a mother, or your mother seen certain things going on and she chose not to act. Inaction's still a choice, especially if it's not going to be in the preventative mode, like protecting a child or something like that. That can have a lot of repercussions. Lack of interest, lack of concentration, indecision, delay, anxiety, infertility, and infidelity. This could very well be a whole idea of wanting to have said children and not being able to. Maybe in the past there was some issue there, or you're having some now. Any delay or anxiety is usually just self-caused. With any indecisions made, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Sometimes our bodies, we're just not meant to. We're not meant to have children. Please do not take this the wrong way. But sometimes when things don't work out, it's also for our highest good, if that makes sense. You don't want too much fighting, and you're not being strategic about things. In the position with respect to who you are as a human being. Certain decisions need to be made. If those decisions aren't being made, and they're also based off of things out of your control, then you may be doing things in a more darker... what do you got? Reason or cosmic order. In ancient Greek philosophy, reason or mind, especially as governing principle in the universe. Okay, so like the whole idea of divine timing, things happen the way they're supposed to. If they're not happening in a certain way, there may be a reason for that. Your body itself, it's your vessel. You're not meant to conceive. I think somewhere, where in there was eggs? Anyways, if you're not meant to conceive, there's other ways of going about it. There's tons of children that need to be adopted. There are other methods of going about it. Rearing. Raising a child. whatever you're passing down karmically. If your parents didn't learn any certain things, those lessons are going to be now placed on the child's shoulders. I don't care who you are, everywhere I've been, all the people I've met in my life, my own experiences, that always seems to be the case energetically. When a mother or father specifically does not learn the lessons, guess who gets to bear or hold on to that or carry that burden until they decide not to, or until they decide to learn the lesson peacefully and transmute the negative energy into positive energy through understanding. And it's a future influence as well. Whatever we learn also carries forward, even the positive stuff. Heart and heart. What else we got here? Bigger book is harder to flip through. Proofreaders, marks. Proof with errors marked. So if you already are well aware of past mistakes and things that you've learned, then you should be more inclined to make better decisions for yourself or those around you, or even your own children, moving forward, so that cycles aren't recreated and continued and the bullshit doesn't continue to happen again and again. If you're not making those decisions and you're also teaching your children not to learn or take accountability, that's going to create a whole lot of a problem. Not saying that's the case, not saying that's you, but if that's the case, definitely go on a journey and do your own inner work for yourself, your shadow healing and all of that fun jazz, because it's really important, not just for you. Proportion. To correct relationship between things, especially their relative importance or perspective. Interesting. If it has a lot to do with the sacral, just remember that's not only just sexual energy, that's also creativity too. A lot of which people use for their own inspiration and stuff like that, especially if they've gone, abstinent, and they've chosen to withhold. That sort of energy is very potent. Not sure what that has to come into it. Sugar, starch, or related compound, carbohydrate, sugar-coated and shiny. Yeah, if everything's sugar-coated and nothing's like spit straight, then I guess depending on how you're raised too, you're going to look at certain things a certain way in perspective. And if everything's been sugar-coated and you're not used to having like the blunt truth hit you, that's going to hit hard. Learn to ask questions, especially when you're doing your own healing. If you have ancient Irish and Scottish harp, a clarsach, ancient Irish and Scottish harp. Interesting. String instrument. It's a string instrument. What does that have to do with past? Don't ignore that. Past life of OPHIUCHUS. Remember, that's the November 30th to December 17th. Come back here. Ooh, Egypt again. Okay. Earth. A lot of ties with Egypt. Proceedings. Maybe there's some things going on in the spiritual realm that you're not aware of, especially if you know nothing about this stuff. And there's some things going on. So here in the 3D, it's going to start to manifest and you're going to start seeing changes around you, but you may not be aware of what's going on in the 5D before it gets here. So it could be taking you for a loop. You know, your brain needs to be focused on first. A healthy brain, healthy chemicals. Get your balance, your feet and everything back on a cellular level, yeah. Small room, also a cave, small mass, protoplasm forming the structural unit in animal tissues. Cell can also be cell phone, or it could be a cell as in like jail cell. And we can actually be in our own mental prison sometimes if we don't take into account our well-being mentally. Have ourselves balanced that way first. Pyrites. A mineral combining sulfur with iron, copper, and cobalt, and etc. Pyrite is fool's gold. Shiny, looks like gold, acts like gold, kind of, but it's not gold, it's fool's gold. Very pretty, but it also has properties as well when it comes to interacting with certain amplifiers, like stones, crystals, and stuff like that. Pyrite can be considered good luck as well if you want to carry that. I don't know if that helps. We'll get one more. What do we want here? Ooh, we didn't do the love for Ophiuchus. Can we get a clarification card? Love oracle card for Ophiuchus. Ooh. Boat. Okay, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure of issues. So whatever it is that's happening right now, or that you're not sure 100%, maybe you're going to get some clarity soon. The golden mirror. Self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. This could be somebody in your family. This could be yourself. Either way, usually a mirror is to show you what lessons you need to learn. Without question. I think we spoke enough about that. It's pretty self-explanatory. Hopefully that helps.